Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at a new flashlight that was sent over for review purposes by Lumintop. I previously reviewed the Lumintop Worm, and after reviewing that flashlight, I started looking through YouTube to see other models that Lumintop makes, and I came across a video by my buddy Jeff over at the Cutlery Lover channel, and he actually reviewed 3 of these flashlights here. This particular flashlight is the Luminto Prince. That's the model name. It actually comes in 3 variants. It comes in a stainless steel version, a brass version, and a copper version. And his video was very intricate, and after watching it, I decided to reach out to Lumintop and see if they would send me one so I can go ahead and get it in hand and check it out for myself and then show you guys. So they asked which model I wanted, so I figured I'd just go ahead with the standard stainless steel one. Again, I wanted to go ahead and check it out, and here it is. So this is actually what they call the the luxury gift flashlight. And this is a really nice gift box here. Again, it says Lumintop LED flashlight, and then in the back it gives you a little bit of information on the flashlight itself, battery, modes, and different things like that. So when you open it up, you're going to have a couple of things inside. So the first thing is you're just going to have this little pamphlet here. It's just one sheet, and it just kind of gives you a basic information on the light itself. So it says stainless steel clip, and then it says click to turn on and off, press to select brightness, low is the default, medium, and then high. And then in the back it's in another language. So besides that, you have a little bit more paperwork, and this is just kind of like your warranty information and things like that. And then you have the flashlight and the holster here. Now, as you guys can see, this is a brown leather holster. And again, by looking at this flashlight and when you have it in hand and stuff like that, I would basically consider this flashlight to be more of an executive looking flashlight. You can definitely use this as an EDC flashlight because of the modes and how it works and things like that. But this would make a really awesome gift for somebody, maybe again in an executive role or something like that you want to give them a flashlight that looks and feels very high quality. So let's go ahead and take a look at the holster first, and underneath that you do have a couple of spare O-rings for the light itself. So the holster, again, it is a brown leather holster, and it feels very nice. It's nice and soft, which is really, really cool. So again, it's not going to be one of those holsters that you're going to have to break it in or whatnot. It's nice and slick. It has a very thin form factor. And then in the back, you have this this clip that'll clip onto a belt or into a bag or something like that. The stitching all the way around is very nice. And then on the side right here, you also have a spare little compartment, which will allow you to carry, specifically, I would say to carry a spare battery for the flashlight. Again, this is running off of either 1 18650 batteries or 2 CR123s, depending on what you want. So you can go ahead and carry either one of those in this little pouch on the side there. But again, if you want to carry something else, maybe a pen or a little knife or something like that, you can go ahead and do that. And you do have the 2 button down are brass, or look like brass, which again makes it look really nice and high quality. So again, this is a really, really nice looking package. And then you also obviously have embossed right there in the leather the Lumintop logo and name right there. So again, I could easily see this as a great gift for somebody. If you want to get them a nice birthday gift or any type of gift or anything like that. So that is the holster that it comes with, and then here is the flashlight itself. Now, as far as the flashlight goes, again, it does come in 3 different models. So you have the one that you see here in front of you, which is the stainless steel version. And then you also have a brass version and a copper version. So by all intents and purposes, it's going to look exactly the same. The only difference is going to be the head and the tail cap right here, or the tail end are going to be those materials. So again, in this particular one, they are stainless steel. And it looks really, really nice, but I do want to tell you that it does attract a lot of fingerprints. So if you're a little bit picky about that, just keep that in mind. You have a really nice deep reflector, smooth, so it's going to give you some really nice light. And then I don't know if you guys can make it out, but you also have the little rabbit logo right there, and then it says Lumintop and then Prince right underneath there. I think you guys can make it out. Now, what looks really, really cool also is this kind of lightning strike carbon fiber area right here in the middle. Now all three models are going to have the same color, so it's going to be kind of this yellow or goldish lightning strike carbon fiber on there. It is very, very sleek, so that is one thing to keep in mind. You don't have a lot of grip on it because, again, it's just very smooth as far as the whole body goes, with the exception of the area right here on the tail cap. And then you also have this nice and wide pocket clip, which does a really good job at basically holding it into wherever you are going to be clipping it onto. As far as the tail cap switch itself, it is recessed, so if you want to tail stand this, you are able to do that. And you have, again, the Lumintop logo right in there. Now, again, this is running off of one 18650 battery, which is actually included with the flashlight. I'll go ahead and show you that to you guys. And one thing I did want to point out, which Jeff did mention in his video also, is the fact that when you do unscrew the head, even though this is the stainless steel body, it does look like it is a copper body inside of it. So the actual portion right here is actually copper, or on the inside, whereas the head and the tail end are actually stainless steel. So here is the battery itself. This will unscrew either by the head or by the tail, so depending on how you want to. This does come with a seal, so you actually have to remove that in order to start using it. And it is a Lumintop branded battery. This is 3400 milliamps. Now, one thing that was a little bit strange to me is the fact that even though it does bring the rechargeable 18650 battery, there's no way to actually recharge it from the packaging here. So, that's one thing to keep in mind. If you have other flashlights and you have ways of recharging the batteries, either putting the battery into another flashlight, or if you actually have a battery charger, then you can go ahead and do it that way. But if you don't, then you either have to go ahead and pick that up, or again, use the two CR123 batteries. So again, that's one thing that I did want to note, so you guys make sure that you keep in mind if you are interested in picking up one of these flashlights. Now, another thing is the weight on this flashlight. This is it's a little bit heavier than you would think based on the look of it. But again, because it is such a premium looking flashlight, I think the weight actually adds to the look of the flashlight itself, because if it was, light or something like that, it might feel cheap. It definitely feels like it is stainless steel, and it has a nice hefty weight to it. So as far as the modes on the flashlight itself, you have three modes. You have a low mode of 25 lumens, and that's going to run you for 65 hours. You have a medium mode of 170 lumens, and that's going to run you for 11 hours. And then from there, you have the high output, which is the max output of the flashlight itself, and that's 1000 lumens. That's going to run you for 2.5 hours. So one thing that I would have liked to have seen is maybe a little bit of a closer gap in between the medium and the high. So instead of it only being 170, maybe like 300 or 500, right there in the middle, just because again, there's such a big gap between 170 lumens and 1000 lumens. But again, depending on what you're going to be needing, I think for the most part you do get quite a few ramp ups. So if you don't need that much light, 25 lumens is perfect. It's going to allow you to keep your night vision in certain areas and stuff like that. If you just need to look for keys or whatnot, then that's going to do a good job. 170 lumens is respectable as far as an EDC light to have a little bit more throw, more light and stuff like that. But obviously 1000 lumens is going to be really awesome. That's definitely going to be able to light up a room, or the beam is going to travel a lot further, and things are going to be brighter and stuff like that. So I do enjoy that. I do enjoy the fact that it does have that 1000 lumens in such a small form factor. So let's go ahead and cycle through the different modes so you guys can see. I'll turn off these overhead lights so you got a better feel for it. So let's go ahead and start off. We'll start off with the low, and again, that's low, 25 lumens. So as you guys see there, does a really good job. From there, lightly press it to medium, and that's 170 lumens, okay? And then lightly press it again, and it's going to ramp up to high, and that's 1000 lumens. And I don't know if you guys can make it out in the camera, but there's you could definitely tell that is 1000 lumens. It's nice and warm when you put your hand real close to it. Now, obviously, I don't know if you guys can make it out, but there is no momentary on. It's always going to be constant on, so you have to turn it on, and then cycle through the modes by either turning it on and off or just lightly clicking the tail cap to go through it. Now this light does have a memory, so that means that it will come back on in whatever the last mode that you had it in. So again, if you're just basically going to be using high all the time, you can just rest assured that when you turn it off and turn it back on, it should be coming on high again, obviously within reason, after like 3 or 4 seconds or something like that. So but again, the drawback with this light, even though it is a great light, is the fact that it does not have the capability from out of the package to go ahead and recharge it. So just keep that in mind. So let me show you guys how this fits into the holster. I think this is another thing that Jeff actually touched on, and I definitely do agree. It does fit nice and snug right in there, but unfortunately the way that the holster is designed, it actually rides all the way down in there and it's flush. So 2 things. The first one is you have this kind of area that's empty right there. Again, it obviously, because you have the light in there, it does fill it out, but for the most part, it's kind of wasted space. Obviously they could have shortened this and made it come down a little bit more. It looks a little bit sleeker. But now, in order to take the flashlight out, you have to actually push it from the bottom to kind of scoot it up and then be able to grip it to be able to take it out. So again, that's one of those things that I think after reviews and stuff like that, feedback, maybe they'll go ahead and correct that. To show you guys how the battery fits on the side, I think they did a really good job at that. It fits perfectly on there. So again, if you're going to be carrying a spare 18650 battery with the flashlight, it will fit perfect right in there. All right, and I think it looks really cool in there. Again, as you guys can see, the battery is in there flush, and there isn't that much of a gap between this one. So, obviously something like that on the top one would probably be the best or the ideal scenario for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the battery back into the flashlight. And you do have your O-ring right there, and then another one on the top. So it is sealed, so making it waterproof. So you guys won't have to worry about it if you need to use it in inclement weather or anything like that. But for the most part, I think this is a really awesome flashlight. I do like the look of it, and the feel of it definitely adds to the look. It's a very executive looking light, I would say, especially this one with the stainless steel body and then the lightning strike carbon fiber in the middle there. I think it looks really, really cool. Hopefully the camera is actually showing it up. It has a pretty deep right clip also, so when you clip this into your pocket, not a lot of the flashlight is going to be sticking out. And this is actually the way that I like to carry it, is with the head of the flashlight into the pants. So they have that little bit of knurling right here, which allows you to grip it and pull it out of your pocket or out of your pants or whatever, and be able to have a secure grip to it, and then you can take it out and then start using it. So there it is. That is the Prince model by Lumintop. I'll go ahead and leave a link below to their site if you guys want to check out this model and the other colors that it comes with, or any other models available from Lumintop. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.